What's up, drivers and dreamers? So you know the old saying, if it wasn't for bad luck, I wouldn't have any luck at all. Well, I don't really believe in luck, but I gotta say, some broke down again. And as y'all know, we just put the gaskets on it, and that was supposed to fix it, and it didn't. I drove for 2 hours, same as last time and the time before. And I'm over here in Nevada now, 333 miles from my next westbound Volvo dealer. Truck went into derate mode, told me that it was going to derate in 60 minutes, so I drove here. I still had 180 minutes left on the clock, according to the dash, before it derated. So Volvo's been messing with it, and I now no longer have that. Well, sorry, Loves has been messing with it. Put it through a forced regen. Been testing a bunch of stuff. It's now no longer showing any codes, but I'm locked to 5 miles an hour. So we're doing the 30-minute battery disconnect for a hard reset on the computer, which I tried on the last one. Didn't work. We'll find out if it works on this one. I'm so sick of this deaf garbage. I know it's good for the environment not to put the soot out, but it ain't good for the budget to not be able to move. So, hurry up and wait. Well, I'm sitting here in Loves. All they managed to do was take it from derate in 180 minutes to derated now. So I can't even drive to the next Volvo dealer, and they are not finding the problem. Well, drivers and dreamers, here I sit. Still broke down. Loves has given up. They don't know what to do with it. And it's a little nippy out there. But the problem is this right here. Watch this. So you go to messages. Let's see if I can zoom in. There we go. I go to vehicle messages, hit enter. And it's not giving me any messages. There they are. Limited to 5 miles per hour and maintenance required vehicle ECU. Frustrating. So tomorrow's a new day, and I found a shop fairly close to us that thinks they might just have a wizard on staff that can do something with this mess. So we'll see what happens tomorrow morning. I'm going to go get some sleep. I apologize if this phone is picking up a lot of engine noise. I'm doing a regen currently, and I know it can be a bit loud, so bear with me. But here's the thing about being a business owner or a manager: you still have to make decisions. So when I broke down in Wells, Nevada, I went into the Loves, and they looked at it and said there wasn't anything they could do. So I was faced with a decision. Did I backtrack about 157 miles to Salt Lake by tow truck, or did I advance the direction I needed to go 333 miles by tow truck? So it was going to be about $3,300 to go to Reno, and it was going to be about $1,800 to go back to Salt Lake. And if y'all remember the $17,000 head gasket, that was Salt Lake. Not a pleasant experience. Really didn't want to go backwards anyway, especially to some place that I knew was going to, at least by history, try to cheat me. So, which way do you go? You know. So what I ended up doing was I ran across a roadside guy that did not have Volvo software, but said he had quite a bit of knowledge about DEF systems and thought he could probably at least get me out of derate. The problem was he was 122 miles. Now, based on the way they charge, I was looking at $1,000 just his travel time and mileage, plus the cost of whatever he did while he was there. What if he couldn't get it out of derate? The Loves had put their computer on it, they couldn't get it out of derate. So was I going to blow $1,000 plus his labor, and still end up paying the $3,300 to get towed, because I really felt like I was better off going forwards. The Reno dealer had much better reviews. So you have these decisions to make when you're in a management position, and you roll the dice and you hope you make the right decision, because sometimes you don't really have all the information. There's no crystal ball. You don't know which way to go. Well, after talking with a mechanic, he struck me as being quite knowledgeable, so I decided to go that route. It was a gamble, but I believe it paid off, because I paid him a little less than $1,500, and I was able to drive the truck all the way to Reno. I'm now sitting next to the dealer. I'm back in D-rate. I don't think this regen is going to get it out of D-rate, but we'll find out when it's finished. And at least I'm sitting here next to the Volvo dealer for less than half the cost and about the same amount of time as if I had called a tow truck, because they weren't going to be able to come until this morning, all the way from Reno, and then drive all the way back, plus the time to get hooked up to me. Outside, go for a walk, go out. Come on, come on. Let's go outside. Leash, go for a walk. Well, Roadside has come in all the way from Battle Mountain to Wells, Nevada. 122 miles that I'm going to be paying for both ways at $2 a mile and $125 an hour, plus whatever time he spends here. So fingers crossed he knows what he's doing and can figure it out. So the gentleman that came out today to work on the truck spent most of the day working on it, worked through a number of minor issues, was never able to identify an exact cause of what has caused me to keep going into D-rate mode. But he did find several issues and corrected them, got it out of D-rate mode, and got me on the road about dark. So I was down for over 24 hours. Paid him almost $1,500 because he had to drive 122 miles to me and then back. And there's costs involved, and as a business owner I understand it. But made it from Wells, Nevada, almost to Reno, Nevada before this. And now I'm doing a parked regen as requested. I don't know if it's going to fix it or not, but I'm going to run next door to the Volvo dealer in the morning and see if I can get a small wiring harness that the mechanic thought might be our problem. I guess the process of elimination, eventually we'll either have a new truck or one that runs, right? 9 mechanics so far. I've had this truck for less than a month, or right at it. 8 of them have been for DEF-related issues, and it looks like if this parked regen doesn't work, number 9 will be for a DEF-related issue. Anyway, I'm gonna hit the hay, the sack, the bed, let this thing do its thing, and tomorrow's a new day.